The Isaiah Factor Uncensored starts right now.
And welcome to the Factor Uncensored. According to those who live in the Rosewood community in Northeast Houston, there's a cry for help that's fallen on deaf ears, except when it comes to the feds, federal investigators. A probe is currently underway accusing Houston of ignoring illegal dumping in poor and minority communities. Super Neighborhood 48 leader Huey German Wilson walked me through the areas where they have asked the city to clean up illegal dumping. So Huey, how long have you guys been dealing with all of this illegal dumping in various neighborhoods around here?
We've been working on this for about at least a year or so before Harvey. We recognized it.
So that's 6 years?
Yes. Yes, where we did a deliberate campaign to put in 311 requests so that the city would come out and pick up the illegal dumping.
Because that's what they always tell you. Call
That's
311 and we'll respond.
That we trained people on how to use 311 so that they could come out, we could get the entire community involved in this. And the 311 app, we'd send those in and you see what we have here. And this is actually not as bad as it's been, because before the DOJ came in, we had piles of trash as tall as you are.
And
easily.
For those who are not familiar with the Department of Justice coming in, exactly what happened there here in the city?
Our super neighborhood filed a 52-page complaint with the Department of Justice to identify probably 10 or 15 high topic issues for our community, big ticket issues. Illegal dumping was number one on that list.
And now you're getting some response from the DOJ.
Yes.
Saying what? What was their response to the city of Houston?
Well, this is a Title VI complaint, which is civil rights, and it's only been done one other time in the country since the enactment of Title VI. So this is the second time it's ever been used in a complaint like this. So the DOJ said this is a historical find. They're investigating, and they're going to let us know what they find.
And so what is the city saying to you as residents when you guys have been reporting this for what, 6 years now?
6 years. Probably the most recent conversation, I went before city council, I went before the mayor at our CIP meeting a few months ago, and I said, Mayor, this is egregious, this is horrible, and we've, in the past, when we first started doing this 6 years ago, we'd complete spreadsheets of illegal dump sites and forward those to 311, and then have them investigate each of those, and we'd go back and do the meticulous work of making sure they had identified it and picked it up. And he said, well, it sounds to me like you're gonna have to do what you've been doing. Keep doing those spreadsheets and sending them to the council and council member and sending them to the mayor's office and sending them to 311 and sending them. Well, why, when we have a perfectly good system that should be able to help us, and it doesn't?
What you likely have are repeat offenders. When someone comes out, maybe the city, comes out and clean it up, it's back again.
Absolutely. You've got people that are dumping tires.
So that calls for enforcement now.
Exactly. And
law enforcement.
We've been asking for enforcement. We meet with the police department. We've met with Union Pacific to see who could best help us. And we get nothing.
Now it would be simple to even install like a surveillance camera on one of these light poles.
Exactly.
Or just some patrols at night.
Well, we've asked for cameras and been told that, you know, various entities would provide those. We don't have cameras. And if we do, we don't know where they are. And they say they have no money to monitor what they find on those cameras.
So it feels like you're at a standoff.
Well, it feels
with the city and getting this done.
It's a bad optic, because if I'm on Bissonnette, I'm never going to see this sit here. I think I talked to you about this 2 weeks ago, and it's only grown since then.
And what does this do to a neighborhood and a community?
It's demeaning. Our neighbors are demeaned. Our children have to walk to school. We have this same problem on major thoroughfares, and it's dumped along the sidewalk, and kids have to walk out into the street to walk around it. We get medical waste dumped here. You'd think the smell is bad here now. Biohazards that the city can't even pick up, that they have to call in somebody to pick up those biohazards. So this is very demeaning for us. People say, well, you guys don't care about your neighborhood. Look at the way you dump. Well,
But you look at this is not from the neighborhood. This is stuff that's been brought in by someone who doesn't give a
exactly. Exactly. This happens on our major esplanades throughout the neighborhood where you might find 5 or 6 mattresses and all the trash that has been dumped out of an apartment complex. If you walk this street, you're going to find sofas, and there's a dresser and a chair over there.
And what do the people do around here?
What do people do? They grow tired because we've been dealing with this for so long. And when we said 311 would work for you, and then they find that 311 doesn't work for them.
Now, Mayor Sylvester Turner has addressed this issue, saying his administration has prioritized communities of color that are underserved. He says the city has and continues to spend millions of dollars on waste collection. Turner also said the city increased the fines for illegal dumping from $2,000 to $4,000.